Hi, my name's Andy. I've been a carp angler for 28 years now. Back in 1995 I bought my first ever brand new bivvy, which was the original and first Nash Titan. One of the best bivvies I think I've had, and it was revolutionary at the time, obviously, for the spreader block system. Since then I've had multiple other bivvies. I've had trackers, I've had an aqua, various hutchies, and a couple of years ago I bought myself the smaller version of the Titan Hide Camo Pro. I've had that for a couple of years and really enjoyed that. Decided that I need to get myself a new bigger bivvy, so bought myself the new Nash Titan T1 Camo Pro. And what I'm going to try and do today is put it up for you, walk you around it, and see if I can show you some of the pictures. This has only been filmed with my camera phone. I've never done a YouTube video of this type before, so there's not going to be any flashy editing or anything like that. There'll be a few pauses while I stop and sort various things out to try and show you bits and pieces on it. And hopefully it'll be something that you can get some information from and decide whether or not you want to have a go and get one yourself. Well, let's get cracking. So there's the bivvy, basically up without the front on, so you can see all the big mesh opening of the inner dome. I mean, it is tall. Like I've said, I'm 5'7". I can walk through the door without it touching my head, which is really nice. So if you are quite a tall person, you might still have to duck down a bit, but you're going to have plenty of space otherwise. So that's the tension bar for the peak, so which gives you your rain gutter. It is side specific, clips in, goes through the mesh, clips on either side, but you do have to have it the right way round. What I'd recommend is once you've worked out which way round it needs to go, just pop a mark on that side so you know every time you put your bivvy up. Otherwise you'll be faffing around like I was earlier, putting it in the wrong way round. Features, it's got absolutely loads of them. Magnetic rod hooks, you got one there, and one there as well. One thing that is different to other Titans that I've had is that you've got these extendable bars that come out the front. In here are the threads for the sticks here, which again are used to tension up and form everything into the shape it needs to be. So if we look inside, what I've done here, in each of the windows you've got a really handy little feature which you can see just down there. So what you can do, you can open up the rear windows just enough to let a nice bit of airflow through, whilst keeping your mozzie mesh, and you can actually do that without leaving the tent. So it's absolutely hacking it down. All you have to do is unzip the mozzie mesh and you can actually deploy them from outside. As you can see there, you've got another mesh on the outside surface and two zips there, so you can open it and go through and set up those little, I call them devices there. Plenty of space, tall. You've got hooks, and more hooks. Pockets really useful. And more pockets here, so plenty of storage space. And on the inner capsule, what you get for your door is a very useful little flap that when you roll the door back inside itself, you can then fold the flap over, and there's Velcro both sides, so it actually Velcros in and holds it down, which is pretty useful. So from the outside you can see the vents being held open. They're being held nicely away from the bivvy, so if there is any rain, so when you do have rainfall, it's going to literally go straight off, not go anywhere near the windows. And just to make things a little bit easier, if you want to, you've got peg and points, so you can hold them in position and make sure that they stay exactly where you want them to. And I have to say, I think it is a really cool looking thing as well. So what I'm going to do now is pause it, and we'll put the front door on. Easy to do, and I have to say the zips are such good quality. None of this messing around, snagging or anything. Straight in, zip straight round. One thing I should mention as well is that when you buy it, the inner dome is already attached. There's no messing around having to install that. A friend of mine who's also bought one of these says that you can pack it away with the front infill door in if you want to. I'm someone who generally during the summer, unless it's raining, I probably won't have the door in. I'll just fish with the inner capsule door, and that's it. discovery for me as well. Looks like it comes with various door options. See-through door. Velcroed on top. Mozzie door at the front. Side here. Fish a lot in the summer, you've got ventilation for days in this. From what I understand as well, if you want to, all the vents around the back, you can actually open the doors up completely and take all the mesh out as well. So if it was nice and windy and hot, you get a gale blowing through there. So what I'm going to do now is pause, and I'll put some gear inside. Just to give you an idea of what it looks like for space with actual gear in there. So I've got all the luggage and bits and pieces that I normally take when we're fishing. It's quite difficult to demonstrate space on a video. For size context, that is a normal size bed chair, not a king size fat boy job. It is just a normal size bed chair. So in here I've got loads of space for bags, got my tray there that I put all my stuff on, my day chair, another bag at the end, And obviously you've got the other option that you've got loads of space under your bed chair where you can put your luggage as well, and just leave out the things that are essential for what you need during the day. I think you'd easily get one of the bigger bed chairs in here. Be a little bit more compromised on space obviously, but I don't think that'd be too big an issue, to be fair. Right, for a variation on bivvy layout, this is what I actually prefer. To have my bed chair that way, use the space in the corner for a bit of luggage and the table, and that just gives a little bit more space, or usable space the way I like to use it, for the chair. Although I've only got short legs, I do like to, you know, kick them out in front of me when I'm chilling and watching the water. Space for bags at the back there. Again, space for bags under your chair, bed chair, and lots of room for other bits and pieces. One question that a couple of people did ask on another little video that I did is, could you get two bed chairs lengthways in like that? You could, but not with the inner capsule, because the inner capsule only has zips from there round to there. You can't move those sides back there, so literally that is your only door there. If you didn't have the inner capsule, you could use this at a push as a two-man. I know that Nash have got listed an overwrap which will have a little bit more space at the front, so you could obviously zip the front out, but you'd then have to run it obviously without the capsule. Now the issue with the capsule is it does provide some protection against condensation. It also does not come with the heavy duty ground sheet, and one of the negative things is that I don't think the material of the bottom of the capsule is as thick as I would like it to be. I do fish some swims on my club lake where there's tree branches or tree roots sticking out and bits of gravel and other such things, so I think what I'm going to have to do is look at possibly getting a tarp or the heavy duty ground sheet, which you can buy from Nash. The other option is that the lower one, just the standard T1, what that comes with is just two windows at the back instead of the two windows at the side. It doesn't come in camo. It doesn't come with an inner capsule. What you get instead, you get the heavy duty ground sheet, and you also get the vapor shield, which basically goes around the top inside of the bivvy. I've got one of those in my Titan Hide Camo, and that works really well in that. So at the moment, unfortunately, there's no way that I can see of buying the internal vapor shield. So you kind of, if you buy the Pro, you are, I wouldn't say stuck with the capsule, because it's a really nice thing to have, to be honest. This is the first Bivvy I've had with an inner capsule, and it is quite a nice feature. But I would have liked to have maybe had the ability to take the inner capsule out, get a tiny bit more space, and have it completely open fronted. But that's just really nitpicking. I haven't used it yet. I'm looking forward to doing a night's fishing this Friday, and I almost don't care if I catch. I'm just buzzing about using the bivvy, to be fair. So quality wise, very, very impressed with it. It looks like it will stand the test of time, as most Titans tend to. Like I said, the zips are fantastic quality. I've had the use of a Fox Frontier recently, and although that was a very, very nice bivvy, that was the XD, so it had plenty of space. Another well-made piece of kit, but the zips were just awful. So I'm not impressed with that at all. But here, the zips, the material feels great. Very, very happy with it. A little bit of practice and the times for putting it up will definitely drop. Plus the material is obviously new, so it is still a little bit stiff. Well, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else to really cover. If anyone's got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments down below, and maybe I'll learn a bit more about it on the 24 hours that I do this Friday night, so I can answer any of your questions then. This is the bit where YouTubers normally turn around and say, can you like, subscribe? Don't worry about subscribing, guys, because this is not something I'm going to be doing on a regular basis. But a like would be nice if you find the video useful. Thanks very much. Cheers and tight lines. Things I forgot to mention. The material is really heavily lined inside, and it's actually really dark, so when you've got all the doors shut, no light comes in. The bag is a really nicely oversized bag as well. And the other thing I forgot to put in is show you the letterbox configuration. The letterbox is brilliant. It goes up, obviously you can have it as high up as you want, and it's a nice wide door. Cheers guys, thanks very much.